welcome to this week's How To Tuesday. I am very excited about this week because I have a new technique that I'm gonna play with, and it actually was inspired by one of my artists. This is who she is. I don't know where to point, but I'm gonna pop in her picture. She did a piece and she used, drum roll please, she used the Elegant Writer. I introduced the Elegant Writer to my group on Facebook called Next Generation Art, and I introduced the Elegant Writer a few weeks ago, and people have been playing and experimenting, and she introduced salt to the mix, and it was night and day. So I reached out to her and asked her if she would be okay letting me using her piece as the technique as inspiration. So I'm going to go ahead and create my own piece, and I've popped a picture and you've seen that. Her name is Phoebe Chatham. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Phoebe Chatham. She's a fantastic artist, brilliant, super creative, and she played and the group went, wow, we all fell in love with it. So I'm going to play with it. I'm going to play with the Elegant Writer and some salts. We're going to have some salt play, and then I have my Carpethello chalk pastel pencils. It's actually not supposed to be there. And then I just grabbed my black gesso and my white. This one is a little bit, it's a titanium white. It's a thicker version than this one, which is the Liquitex Basic Acrylic Gesso. They both work fine. This one isn't as opaque when you first use it as this. This is much thicker than this guy. This one is way more liquidy. So that's that. And then I grabbed my black and white General's charcoal pencils. I also grabbed my Stabilo All because it's water soluble as well. So we'll play with that and see. I want a really dark, moody piece today. Fun, you know, creative and fun. And then there has been a recent discovery, and I know a lot of you have fallen in love with the Carpethellos and or are planning on purchasing the Carpethello chalk pastel pencils, but the only kicker is because it is a chalk pastel, sometimes the sharpeners that you have don't work so great. I've gone through many sharpeners. We just had a discussion this last week in the group, and this one, which is a handheld, I've been using electric handheld overall. Like I have just a little tiny, I have it here, this guy, which is fine. It is actually the Stabilo pencil sharpener, but it doesn't really, it's okay. It does little tiny tips, and I prefer a little bit longer tip. This one does that, which I'm excited about. I just got it a couple days ago. I've been playing with it. It's super inexpensive. They come in a pack of 2. I got it on Amazon. I'll include the link in the description box. And it's working. So far, so good. So, and there's several ladies that have this and say that they've never had a problem. So I'm looking forward to my pencils just sharpening and not breaking. Yay! What a concept, right? So I wanted to show you guys that. And then I think I'm going to make some marks in my paper. So I grabbed my little stylus to do that. Not sure what. There's the salt. This is the substrate that I'm going to work on. The Strathmore, I don't know if you guys can see. Hang on. Strathmore mixed media tan tone paper. It's 184 pound, 11 by 14. They do make a 9 by 12. I just don't have that one yet. I like this because it is decently sturdy. It's a cardstock. It has a cardstock feel to it, but up until recently I wasn't really using it as a wet medium. It is a mixed media, so you can put wet medium on this. I was just using it for straight Carpethello work, and the other day I did some painting on it and it worked really great. And Phoebe used this for hers when she did her piece, so I thought, oh, why not give it a shot? So we're going to. So this is what I have, and I'm excited. I'm actually kind of 100% fallen in love with this paper. It's very versatile, and I love the tone part, because it always just, it takes away the fear of the white page, number one. And number two, it's like the mid-tone for any kind of portrait work that you do, which is fantastic. So I've used Pro Artist tape, can you see, to make my little border, taped it down, and I'm going to just, you know, get to work. And then finally I grabbed this. This is just from Amazon Prime bag. I use it to put my paint on, because so I don't have to worry about, you know, going through paper plates or dirtying up a palette, because I can just throw it away when I'm done. So I put my paint on this off to the side, and I have a lot of these. I don't know if you guys have, but this, you know, my Amazon usage has grown quite a bit since the whole quarantine of life. Anyways, so I'm super excited. Thank you so much, Phoebe, for saying yes and let me play with your technique. I'm hoping it comes out as good as yours. We will see. That's the beauty of the elegant marker, is that you just don't know what it's going to do. It blooms. The elegant marker, it blooms. And you guys, if you're not familiar with the elegant marker, you're gonna be very, very pleasantly surprised when you see how it goes. Okay? Thank you so much for being here. If you're enjoying How To Tuesdays and you like what you see, please like and subscribe and click that bell. If you click that bell, sorry, my cat is losing his mind right now. If you click the bell, you get personal notifications when the next video goes live. Okay, also be sure to join us over at Next Generation Art on Facebook. It's my group. I have at least 3 weekly challenges, prompts, and it's so much fun, you guys. The creativity in this group, it's just like, it's just boom, 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 constant. It's always flowing and growing, and someone's like Phoebe, she introduced this. It was just like a thought in her head, like, oh, I wonder if this works. And it was like, what? Everybody's mind was blown. So, and it's such a simple thing, and it happens constantly in the group. So please come on over and say hey. The link for it is in the description box as well. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Let's get started. Before I get started, a couple things I forgot to mention. I'm going to grab my watercolor brush for the Elegant Writer. And if I use the Stabilo, I'll do that as well. Or this one of these two. To activate it. The little tip for both of these, once they've been wet and activated, they won't move anymore. So you can't, like, you can lay it down, add the water, but you'd have to add more in order for it to move again. It won't. It's done, a done deal. And then I just grabbed this for my paint, my gesso that I grabbed. And then I need a small one too, a little guy, a little fella, and then we're good. We're off to the races and good to go. Okay, you guys, let's get started. I wanted to really come in and quickly say, if you guys can see, like with the Elegant Writer, when I taught it before, when you lay down the ink and then you activate it, you can pick up little bits of it and you get these like purpley pinky colors in there as well. You see I didn't do that too much because I really wanted the water to stay and I wanted the salt to do the magic. So if you look, you can see with the salt, it created the same effect. It gave you those purpley pinks that came in. I am so unbelievably thrilled with how this looks. I am going to definitely be doing this more and more. This is a whole new technique that will become part of my toolbox of techniques when I create something. This is so cool. So cool. Now a couple things. I was at first, because you know how I made those little scribble marks on the sides? I was worried like, uh-oh, they kind of did disappear, but actually they're fine. You don't really see it. I thought, so if you do the scribble marks, it's not a big deal. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just for me, because I'm so much about layers and creating texture and stuff in my work that I don't really care, but I wanted to address it because some people might be like, I don't know about the scribble marks, but it's fine. It just adds to it. It doesn't take away or detract anything from this. I almost want to just leave it as is. It's so cool. It's so cool. So yeah, once you're done and it dries, you can leave it to dry naturally, or you can do what I did and use the heat gun. I think The blooms might get just a little bit bigger if you let it dry on its own, but I think this is perfectly fine. It's so cool. It looks like a old photo tin type thing, you know, where it's kind of like started to deteriorate around the, it's just so cool. I'm so excited about this. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so excited. Anyways, okay, I'm going to go back in and start creating my piece in the center. Also, a tip, you do not have to, but I kind of I picked up some of the water from here because I knew that I'd be doing some form of portrait to work in this space right here. I, as you know, have seen my work, and I don't really care if things get in there. I might move it over here. I might move it over here. I'm not quite sure yet. I don't care if there's background stuff in the face itself. If you do care, just kind of make sure to like leave the space here a little bit, or wherever you plan on putting the head. Leave it and give it room, okay? Ah, I'm so excited. I love this. I love this. It's not often. It's more not than often that you find something and you're just like, wow, I can't believe it. I know I sound a little crazy, but it's true. Anyways, okay, going back in. Just wanted to share that.